Okay, during this session we're going to work with the stability ball. It's one of my favorite tools to work with, especially in the morning when I want to kind of wake up my spine. So we're going to start with a little rocking of the hips, side to side. And you're just kind of waking up the lower back, feeling where you feel tight. If at any point of this you feel any negative kind of pain in your lower back, a little nerve kind of thing, make sure you stop. Limit the range of motion and go nice and easy. Make sure it always feels good and adjust if you have any kind of things that don't feel quite right. Let's tilt forward and back, nice and smooth. Getting that nice pelvic tilt from the side. It's going to look like this. So really feeling that flexion and extension in the lower lumbar spine. And again, if I have a little discomfort when I come all the way, I just limit that range a little bit. And then we're going to move into hip circles. So we're kind of combining, going to the side, the back, the other side, and forward. Other direction. Again, if I have a sensitive area, I don't need to make perfect circles. If it's a little sensitive when I come over here, I can kind of just go around it or just go kind of back and forth from each side and not really go through that area. We're not trying to force through any kind of pain that's going on. We want to find the area that we can work in that feels good. Okay, so after we kind of warm everything up like that, we're going to slowly walk the feet down, have our hands on the ball for stability, kind of engage the core and roll down to where we're laying on top of the ball like this. You're going to want to support your head here, and so you can relax over it. It's like you're just relaxing over the ball, touching your tailbone, opening up whatever feels good here with the upper body. And then we'll come into a crunch. And as we come into a crunch, notice I'm coming up with my upper body, but also my pelvis is tilting in. So I get that squeeze from both sides, coming in, and then both sides relaxing all the way out. Nice and smooth. We're not trying to rush this, we're trying to keep it nice and smooth so we feel the work through the full range of motion. And at that end, it's okay to pause and even stretch a little bit whenever you need to. Just make sure you're not stressing your shoulders or stressing your neck by supporting here. And if you can't have your elbows all the way out, that's okay as well. Just get the feel for this. In and out, nice and smooth. And then we're going to get the obliques involved by doing a little crossover. So when we cross over, we want to bring that opposite hip towards and then relax back out. Opposite hips towards. So we get that cross body contraction, but relaxing and stretching between each and every one. And we're supported by the ball, so we're not going into hyperextension. If it feels like hyperextension to you, you might be just going too far. Just go the range that feels good, but you're kind of working that edge so you feel a nice stretch. And that will expand as you get warmed up, as everything starts opening up. Sometimes just within the one set, other times it takes further into the exercise, into the workout, or sometimes it takes, if you're really tight, it might take a week or two or a month even to get that mobility going back in the spine. Now, after you do that, it's nice to just stretch and pause, and then you walk the feet forward so the head and shoulders can just relax on top of the ball, and you kind of sit into a nice deep supported squat. This right here helps release the tension in the knees. You can also continue to get that nice stretch and opening in the shoulders and the chest. And then you can lift it up into a bridge. And you want to think about using your hamstrings, your glutes, and your quads, and your core to help hold up here. And then rock it down. As you go down, you can relax and kind of tuck under a little bit to get that stretch in the lower back. And up. If you want to push through your feet into the ball, you can get a little deeper stretch in the mid back. Always keeping the breath flowing while you're going up and down in your bridge. Doesn't matter which direction you go, just keep it flowing, lengthening it. And then we're going to bring our hips towards our feet and even raise the heels and rock the knees forward a little bit. Get a nice little deeper stretch there. If there's any knee pain at all, don't go that direction. Just go wherever feels good. If you can't go as deep, that's fine. Just work with what your body gives you. This, eventually, you'll be able to go a little deeper and a little further into this little stretch. But again, your goal is to do it all pain-free. So limit the range, make it slower, easier, and you'll slowly start evolving from there. When I'm finished, I'm gonna crunch, bring my hands back to the ball for stability, and bring myself back up. And then go back into my little hip rocks, pelvic tilt, and circles. And you'll notice when you do this, there'll be less discomfort. It'll feel more free-flowing and fluid. It's one of my favorite combinations to do every morning. All right, enjoy that.